As students and parents prepare for going back to school, the hot topic of paying for private school with public money continues to be a huge debate.
And right now, it's currently forbidden by our state constitution, but a new law called the Federal Scholarship Tax Credit aims to change that across the country.
7 News Detroit anchor Simon Shaquette is breaking down what this could mean and listening to parents, lawmakers, and school leaders about why some believe Michigan must do more to create choices for parents.
While Michigan does not currently allow for public dollars to be put toward private schooling, new federal rules could one day change that, and we're hearing from a variety of stakeholders about this key issue. How do you feel about money being made available that's public to send kids to private school?
It's a question parent Bob Harvey and many other stakeholders across Michigan are being presented with again after passage of President Trump's big, beautiful bill. Here in Bloomfield Township, Harvey, a public school parent, sharing his take as the next school year approaches.
Parents' choice is really important, and if parents want to put their kids in private school and they can't really afford it, I think it's good for them to get some help.
On the flip side, parent Nikita Evans has a different view, despite sending her own son to private school. She says Warren De La Salle Collegiate provided him with exceptional education, but she opposes federal help to cover expenses of private school. She says it would hurt public districts by causing them to lose state funding if more students leave. And she also questions how a new program would actually work.
You can say it's going to be access to all, but is that really true? Like, do we have to have a certain grade point average? What are the benchmarks? What metrics do I have to meet?
I reached out to supporters and opponents of the plan, which advocates say promotes more choices for parents. But first, a bit more detail. According to the new law in the Federal Scholarship Tax Credit, which is the nation's first, families must be 300% or more below the area median gross income, and it can cover tuition, fees, tutoring, special needs services, books, supplies, uniforms, room and board, transportation, computer technology, and more. Program donors and scholarship granting organizations also have specific rules. An estimated 2 million U.S. students could take part in the plan.
Voters in Michigan for the last 30 plus years have multiple times rejected bills or proposed constitutional amendments to bring a school voucher program to fund private school tuition with public dollars.
MSU professor Joshua Cowan is a nationally recognized expert on education who says states will have the option to opt out, a decision made by governors and legislatures, but he points to another issue in play.
The most important thing to know about funding public schools right now is we're not funding them enough.
He adds voucher-type aid could end up mostly going to students already in private school, where tuition can exceed $10,000 a year. I also spoke to Paul Stankiewicz with the Michigan Catholic Conference, an organization tracking policy and advocating for private Catholic schools.
To empower families and to help them with their educational expenses is a very good thing, and that helps further the education cause of the state of Michigan.
A former public school teacher now serving in state Senate, Democrat Darren Camilleri, also weighing in.
That try to destabilize our public school systems, they're not ones that any of us should be supporting or wrapping our arms around.
Currently, in more than 30 states, students now have more options through educational choice programs. And in Michigan, parents can already pay more for their kids to change districts. In Harvey's case, as a husband to a public school teacher, he's passing on private school, even though he does not oppose others using public dollars to do so.
Personally, my kids go to public school, and that's just what my wife and I prefer.
Much debate about this key issue continues. We have learned if any changes were to take place, that would not happen until 2027. From Bloomfield Hills, Simon Shaquette, 7 News Detroit.
There are always two sides. We just have to see how that one shakes out.
We'll see where it goes.